Hey, nerdlings!
Sup, nerdlings?
And welcome to our continued great Alaskan Game Rush!
Hot day.
Oh, by the way, there's one more NES game complete in the box. Battletoads. So there's that.
Do the Battletoads thing. Yeah.
Alright, so there's a ton of these, so we gotta go quick. Now, when we did the game room tour video, I had someone comment, rightfully so, we needed some Sega games.
And we got some!
We did.
Should it be Ghostbusters? We got one!
Ow.
Or multiple!
So, check it out. We got one of the weird cartridges with Fantastic Dizzy,
Woo, look at that! Oops.
Insector X, Sports Talk Baseball, Airbuster, WF Royal Rumble.
Oh, we're covering them up.
I'm seeing how well she can keep up. Cool Spot. He could go all the way and be a jam. We got Wolf Child, Clax, Power Up.
Hey, Elder Beast.
Super Monaco GP.
I don't know where to put all of these things.
And Golden Axe.
Woo! Oh, my favorite. I had this like crazy as a kid. I played it all the time. I was the chick, even though she was not the best one to play with, but she was cool with magic. But I played with my dad, and he never let me get the magic because he was faster at kicking those stupid little dwarves to get the little potions. And
we got some sports games too. Lakers versus Celtics in NBA playoffs. Back when I guess it was a big enough deal to have like actual teams games, like Lakers versus Celtics, instead of just like basketball, all the teams. Because there's Bulls versus Blazers, and the original John Madden football.
Oh, number one.
You got NHL hockey, Lotus 2, Rex, and John Madden football 93.
Now, do all sports games have the little yellow thing on the side?
The Electronic Arts ones do. I think that was kind of their thing. We gotta set our games up.
Well, and they're bigger, taller.
And then even though they're loose cartridges, we do have some booklets for some of them. Just kind of cool. So you got like your little Madden playbooks, posters, and everything. John Madden. You know who was a great Genesis player? Brett Favre.
What?
I don't know. So those are just the loose ones.
Hang on. I gotta get them all. There's so many of them, and I know they're upside down to you guys, but who cares? Because, they're just loose games. This one doesn't even have an end label. There's so many!
So, of course, the nice thing about Sega Genesis games are that they come in those wonderful plastic clamshells that people actually held onto.
Because they weren't cardboard.
Exactly.
It
didn't
plastic.
Feel like they were part of the packaging.
Sega knew what they were doing.
Even though they had like the little the hanger tabs on top, they didn't feel like the packaging.
It's funny, though, because it is kind of a crapshoot when you look at them. Because it's like, did they leave the tabby on or did they pull the tabby off? I think I always pulled the tab off.
So, the majority of these are complete. Their case, inserts, booklet, obviously the cartridge. I think only a handful didn't actually have the booklet in there.
Put those over there. Put those over there.
So, let's go through these quickly. 688 attack sub.
Woo!
Alien 3. What is this guy's name? David Crane's Amazing Tennis. It's so amazing, he's out of focus.
He's so blurry! But this is a Money Saver Foot Locker coupon inside. I wonder if we can still use that.
When justice isn't enough and you need a bit of the future, go with Cyborg Justice.
This is another one of those cars rental thingies, and they got the sticker
on. All over the label. Come on,
all
guys.
over the label, which means that I bet you the coupon was taken out and probably used.
In the Nintendo one, I talked about how I enjoy Contra, and we've got Contra Hardcore. Oh, so hard. You may need to start stacking those just
I'm
by
just
the
letting
spines.
doing like this so that you can see these and really get a look at these.
Now, I
and
did
then
want
they're gonna
to.
go away.
I did want to stop just for a second on this one because this is Comics
making
Zone.
enough noise?
Yes. Because this is Comics Zone. And this was a really cool beat 'em up. The idea being that you're an artist who gets sucked into the comic book he's drawing. So at the start of the stage, you're drawn into frame.
Oh, that sounds cool.
You grab the frames and you leap to the side or into the next frame or to the bottom frame, stuff like that.
This one is cardboard.
And yeah, this is one of the cardboard ones. And I wanted to show that as far as completion, if we can get all the stuff out of there, because we have the booklet. And it even has the soundtrack that came with it, which is kind of cool. Compact discs. I mean, I'm telling you, it's the wave of the future. If only Sega would make their games on CDs. Because
that went over well.
You know who don't do that?
Nintendo.
But Comic Zone, if you guys ever get a chance to try out, definitely do. It's a lot of fun. It's very tough though. All right, let's keep this party going. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan?
I don't know if that's how you say it.
Shaka Khan?
It does kind of sound like something Michael Jackson would say.
Shaka.
But I really like the cover. He looks really cool.
It does look. It looks like Creepers. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movies Jeepers Creepers, or no, it was just Creepers. I don't know.
I definitely like a
1 and 2 and 3.
A woman with a good caliber. 50. I don't know.
You're silly.
Then biohazard battle, because if you're going to have a battle, you might as well make it into a biohazard, I guess. Bubsy. So I wanted to stop on this one just for a second because, yes, another cardboard one. And this one does like a tray, so it actually opens up. Ooh, something kind of cool is this is so complete with its weird shaped cartridge. Yeah. But you have your Accolade warranty, send that in and everything. You've got your booklet, of course. You have cards, trading cards, which
have never been opened.
How about that? Now, something that's kind of interesting is...
Oh, it's got coming soon. I don't think it came.
On the front, it has a sticker, and this is a actual sticker, not like a print-on. But it says, "Watch for my TV special Thanksgiving weekend." Now, if anybody knows anything about that TV special, that Bubsy cartoon, hang on.
So sorry. I was just looking at it.
She can't wait.
I can't. I'm so excited.
If you don't know anything about that cartoon special, though, it flopped. But the funny thing is, they packed in here a postcard. Now you can show it off.
I was just curious.
Because he's in Hollywood. He's a Hollywood star now. Except
and
he wasn't.
He actually wrote you a little note. And you have a stamp.
He's so sweet. He's thoughtful, isn't he? Thank you, Bubsy.
What could possibly go wrong?
All right.
It even talks about he's shooting his Aloha from Tinseltown. He's not in Hawaii. He's not in Hawaii.
Now, this one was kind of interesting. The Battletech. Inside here, you have a Babbage's receipt. Of course, I like to keep the receipts because a little bit
Babbage's.
of history.
I love Babbage's.
So $64.99 for this one. And I thought it was kind of interesting the size of the slots for the case, because I mean, like the cartridge, it could be either one. It could be a typical Genesis one, or it could fit one of the sports ones. So I just thought that was kind of a neat little touch because
generic.
It seems like normally it's one or the other. So that was kind of neat.
Not that one.
Alright, and then there's Jungle Strike. And you've got Formula 1. Forgotten Worlds.
Oh, I thought it was going to be Formula 2.
Formula 2.
We got Formula 1 and Formula 2. I decided to not stack them here because I figured they wouldn't be able to see me anymore. And I know how much you love to see me.
There's Fire Shark, and something kind of funny about this is the game itself. That label's like so boring. It's just...
It's almost like they forgot. They're like, quick, print something out real quick.
Yeah. I mean, you've got this
colored in.
You've got this dashing pilot on the front. Why is he not on the cartridge?
Doesn't he kind of look like the Tila's dad from He-Man?
Oh, Man at Arms?
Yeah,
I could see that.
A little bit.
Then you've got the Sega Genesis cleaning system, which is always nice too.
Goes along with
Keep your
our
games clean.
Nintendo cleaning system that we got from Aries. So obviously he cared very much about his systems.
Echo the Dolphin
That's my dolphin.
to go along with Jungle Strike. You've got Desert Strike.
Do we have Ocean Strike? And Forest Strike?
You'll see what else we have.
I don't know where else to put these.
You have Decap Attack, which that guy kind of looks like a budget Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
At least
he
his
really
face.
does. Why does he have a face in his tummy?
2 heads are better than one.
But that's just eyes. It's not a head.
Fatal Rewind with it looks like some aliens on the front, ripped out of War of the Worlds.
Yeah, it really does.
F-22 Interceptor. And then you have Eternal Champions, which is I think it's just a fighting game. I don't think it's a brawler. But something that's kind of interesting with this one is that inside the booklet, there are actually instructions for, if I can find it, there we go, the activator. That was that peripheral that you would put down on the floor and supposedly,
I think the nerd proved that didn't work.
it would read your movements, whether you were kicking or punching. So it's like you're a part of the action. The Oasis, it was not.
It was probably where Ernest Cline got his inspiration, though. Art of it, anyway.
All right, we have Shadow Dancer.
Dancing shadows, dancing shadows.
Shadow of the Beast. Skitchin.
What? Some kind of weird rollerblading thing.
Rollerblading thing.
Wow, check out the dude on the back, though. He looks ridiculous. This guy right here, he's all like, yeah.
You got Sonic the Hedgehog, and it's the not for resale, so obviously that was one of the pack-in games.
We're out of room.
With Sonic Spinball. What you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know what to do now.
I think that she'll like this one.
Stargate! My favorite movie! I love it!
Favorite
Except-
movie of all time?
Not anymore. It used to be my favorite movie. Not of all time. Mummy 2 was my favorite movie of all time. But now it is The Greatest Showman. I have played this, and it is nothing like the movie.
Subterranea.
Can you handle the pressure?
Yes. Superman, which
Not 64.
I do not care for the way Superman looks on the cover of this one. I mean,
He looks
I don't know,
constipated.
a little bit. He's got to get to the super
We got
bathroom.
some serious green bad dude on the
I've got to get to my Fortress of Solitude fast.
I hope I got enough air spray.
You've got Thunder Force 2.
Thunder! Thunder!
Now this is kind of cool. It's the triple score, so it's got 3 games in one with Super Hangout, World Championship Soccer, and then Columns. So this would be definitely a great game to get the kids when, you know, they're all like whining and they're like, Daddy, I want a new video game! And you're like, not now!
You're a mean daddy, Sam.
I am. This one's kind of neat looking. Troubleshooter. Yeah, so what
Check
better
out
way to
those
sell your
chicks
game
on
than
the front.
get some chicks on your game?
I think you're playing as them on the back. I can't. The screenshot's too small, but it kind of looks like the blonde chick on the.
Now going with Jungle Strike and Desert Strike, you have Urban Strike.
Urban Strike.
Which, funny thing is, I believe that you can blow up
There's a lot
some.
of puffs of smoke on the back.
You can blow up some landmarks, which.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure there's
yeah,
no
there's
way
the
this
Golden
game
Gate
would be
Bridge.
released now.
Yeah, no.
Next, another box game with the tray, kind of like the Bubsy. It is Star Control, and
That's really kind of neat looking. It looks like one of those like a D&D module covers or something.
again the bigger cartridge, the different shape. But this one actually has 2 booklets, which I thought was kind of neat. So you have like your standard booklet, But then you have the Alien and Starship Specifications booklet. And this just gives you a ton of backstory, like the hierarchy of obviously the aliens, the different races. It talks about, you know, all the different aliens and everything. So it's kind of cool because you get much more story in it than you probably get from the game, I'm sure. But again, it's in that weird cardboard box, which is, I mean, that's always weird to me to see those with Genesis games. I'm so used to the clamshells. And then we have Starflight, which
looks like a sports game.
This one, yeah, it's like a sports game thing. But I wanted to show you, look how thick this booklet is. If you can see that. For a video game, that's almost ridiculous. I mean,
as thick as the clamshell.
A little bit. That is a huge booklet. There's obviously a lot that you need to know before playing that one. No, can't use that.
Did you notice back here?
Can't use that arm now. Oh, passwords. Don't show them the passwords. They're gonna cheat.
I know. Oh,
another cardboard box. Turrican, which we have the Game Boy box for this game, so apparently Aries' dad liked this series. The little metal man, and it's got some interesting.
Look at those muscles that he's been etched on.
It's got these interesting ad cards. So you have like these cards that represent kind of the covers of other games.
Got that one.
And then on the back, just like with trading cards, you have some information.
Some stats.
Which this was kind of a clever
some tips
idea.
And stories, design notes, when it was released, what category it's supposed to be in. Really fun.
It's kind of a
really
neat way to do an ad. And oh,
look at that giant like piranha guppy on the back there.
We got Wings of War, which I'm very curious. I forgot to look into this, but
spelled
I wonder if this is a follow-up to Wizard of War, also spelled W-O-R.
Very important.
You have a game modeled after, well, it's not modeled after the cartoon, but I was going to say one of the best cartoons of the 90s. This is more for the comic, which is fine, because the comic was awesome.
That is my all-time favorite cartoon from when I was a child.
Now, if you ever need anything done, just, you know, call some dinosaurs. Dinosaurs for hire. Yeah. Give that dinosaur a gun, let them go.
That is definitive.
And then, Mortal Kombat! And some FIFA Soccer, 95. FIFA. You got Monopoly. You got...
The man with the plan.
Maximum Carnage. Oh, is that the red cartridge in there?
Yes,
it's the red one. We got Mazen Saga Mutant Fighter, which that's some crazy cover art going on
There's
there.
Crazy cover art.
And then LHX Chopper Attack.
Woo!
Ah, jam it.
I think we're out of space.
Oh, don't worry. We're almost done here.
We're almost done. Okay.
James Buster Douglas Knockout Boxing. If I am correct, I believe this is one of the things that really helped sell the Genesis initially, because I don't think Buster Douglas was very big in the boxing world just yet. And so they got the rights to make a game for him very cheap, because it's not like he was Mike Tyson or anything. And once Sega had a game based off this guy, everyone wanted in on that.
At least,
Sega.
At least he didn't bite somebody's ear off.
And then we got Green Dog, the Beached Surfer Dude.
What the? He is clothed, but his clothing is the same color as his skin. Just so this is safe for work. It is really weird looking.
And inside,
I don't like that one.
and then inside a rental case that is obviously built to hold all kinds of games. You have a Spider-Man game. I believe this one was based off of the animated series.
This is a Blockbuster video.
And we also have the Sega Genesis Game Genie, because as you can see, we've got a lot of games to go through right now.
We got a lot of games to Genie.
Absolutely. So that's just the Sega Genesis stuff. There's more Sega stuff.
What? More?
More.
What is there?
So much more. Would you like to take care of these games this time?
I would like to take care of these games. Ready?
Whoa! Holy cow, where did they all go?
Did you know I could do that with my hands?
Now, whew,
I knew I could do that with my hands.
that was a lot of Sega Genesis games. Hey, nerdlings! No. That is...
We got a sign.
No.